1. Button 2. And button 3. Looks like it's on. Yay! Good morning and welcome to Space Engineers in the Morning. I'm the Blind Gaming Guy and this is our playthrough of Space Engineers 2. I have been unable to play or unable to stream. I guess I've been able to play just fine. For a little while. And I am finally getting the opportunity to come back and stream, which I've actually missed quite a bit. And Tom has put "you're back" into the chat, and you're correct. I am back. I was able to put on YouTube, and there was a video briefly posted here for about a week also saying that a small tornado had taken out communications pretty much for my small American town. A little tornado went by near town. And basically knocked out cell service. It did do a lot of damage. It just knocked over a couple of cell antennas. And I use cell service for my internet. So no cell service meant no internet, no streaming. And we are still having issues with disappearing. Signals. That. Did not see any ice there. That's what we are in desperate need of. That little bit of hydrogen I have runs out. It's out. I'm gone. I'm drifting in space. Nickel and cobalt don't help. That's ice right there. that is nothing but ice. I was able to put on YouTube a longer actual blog post, I guess is what they call it, where I was able to tell that yes, a small tornado did hit just outside my hometown, knocking out cell signal, but the following week, like that happened on Sunday. The following Sunday, a similar sized tornado actually struck my mother-in-law's house. And while losing internet here was a issue for streaming and such, having every tree on your property laid down and was a much bigger deal. So that has been, dealing with that has been the big consumption of time for me recently. Which has led me to not be able to stream. Yeah, we're anyway, so multiple tornadoes in my local area is what caused me to miss 3 weeks of streaming. I guess it's the whole point of my chatter thus far. Both H2O2s are going. So, how was everybody else's June? Since mine has been summed up with... Oh, I also missed the sunstroke and ER visits. I did that too. Look at my mother-in-law's house. I lost track of how hot I was, apparently, and managed to put myself in the hospital. So that was fun, too.
Inventory full.
I probably could just... I don't know. Actually, I don't know if I have enough that I could even put a drill on the front of the ship and drill out. Use the ship to drill. Actually, don't know if I have enough componentry to do that.
Inventory full.
There you go. Actually, now they look like they're full. Oxygen tank full. Hydrogen tank full. Hydrogen tank full. Let's see. Do we have the stuff we could put a small drill on? It's the copper we don't have. I have iron, silicon, and nickel, but I do not have copper. Do I have? I do have. Mostly at the moment, I'm trying to figure out what else is smoking. So at some point doing all this, we got shot up. Where will we get everything back? At least mostly functioning while on the moon. Alright, and there's no reason to start this unless I can find copper. Let's grab a couple more armor or backpacks roll then.
Inventory full. Suit energy low.
Go charge up. I got silicone and I've got nickel in sight. I realized how rough I'd left this. Just sitting over there in my ship looking out at the area I'd mined. You can tell where I had mined. It was way rougher. Like way rougher. Smooth out some of that. It looked less spiky. The other thing, not being on the internet for a month is done, is I'm not
Inventory full.
completely up to date on everything coming out in Space Engineers 1 or 2. So I will have to get caught back up in the next couple of weeks. Or next week as we stream. Well, this hole doesn't look near as bad as it did. Well, that looks bad still. that is actually part of the original edge. I didn't do that. Just trying to fill up one of these cargo containers. So it needs to take me a minute. I don't know why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. Maybe I found a new form of mining OCD. I don't know. Okay. Energy low. Where's my cockpit? There it is.
Inventory full.
Alright. I will tell you that my son and nephew have been very proud of themselves, having subpar internet for a month has got me meant that whenever something was on, couldn't have, couldn't run all the streaming services on every device at once like normal because we didn't have that much bandwidth. So since we all had to share bandwidth, I had to watch some of the stuff that they watch that I typically don't watch. So I watched a little bit of a couple of animes now. Which I know, for someone who spends as much time on the computer as I do, finding out that until the last month that the amount of Japanese cartoonage I have watched is, well, pretty much nil. It's probably hard to believe for a lot of you, but alas, it could have been true. I've actually seen a couple of shorter animes all the way through now. So, yeah. I have mind that it's very flat.
Inventory full.
Turn around to the bottom of the ship. Actually, the top, but you know, whatever. Same basic thing. I ran to myself. Alright. We now have some backup fuel. Remember how to get to the GPSs in this one. This one. Alright. Now, back to trying to see if we can find what we wanted on the moon. those of you wondering what we're looking for on the moon, well, it's supposed to be something in one of the big holes. Big craters. It's supposed to be something in the bottom of one of the big craters. See a whole lot of big old craters on this angle. Say that. Deep is this? This might actually be it. No. I swear, I did not do that on purpose. Couldn't have if I tried. We spent all of the last time we played looking for this exact spot. Holy cow. Sorry, I had to sneeze real fast. I've wanted to know what was inside of this hole ever since I saw it on the Engineered Copies preview trailer. What's down here? I'm actually starting to wonder. I'm having the same spawn glitch with what's supposed to be here. As I have with unknown signals. And right now I'm supposed to be inside of a facility and I can't see it because it's not spawned. What? Well, that's big. Confused. Very, very confused. It is clearly meant to be here. I don't think I am having a rendering issue. Or not rendering, a despawning issue. That points straight down at that. And it's clearly spiraled in on purpose. Well, and our shuttle is 300 meters above us. Well, of all the things I expected to find, this was not it. Okay. Well. Well, now, of all the things I expected to find, that was not it. I have an idea, though. That was not the idea. No, let's just go back 5 minutes here. Yeah. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Oh dear. Bonsalot says that never happened. And Tom Man puts LOL boom booms. Yeah, let's just pretend that didn't happen. Have either of you ever seen the let's just call it the progenitor crater. Can't think of what else you would call this area. That is definitely something new for me. The progenitor's crater. That's what I'm gonna call it. I have no idea if that's what other people are calling it, but that's what I'm gonna call it. Are you having bad stuttering? Or is it just when I first loaded up right there? Smooth to me, but let me know what you see, Bonks. If it's stuttering on your screen, let me know. I'll try to see if there's something I can do. Ah. On first load, I have my... If you're new and haven't been watching for 30 odd episodes or however long ago it has been, my mobile space station, for lack of a better term, is quite large, so it takes the game a moment to catch up when it first loads back in. Ah, we got half lost. Yep, that's the right way. Alright, so my idea, before the game so rudely interrupted me by crashing me into a wall, is let's do something horribly American. And build a equivalent of a hotel, effectively, because our whole purpose at the moment is to find and build out... Boy, it's dark at this spot. Find and build out a you know, a game still in early alpha always is going to have issues. That is one thing we have to consider with Space Engineers 2 still is it's still in early alpha. I mean, we don't even have liquid water yet. New from current position. What's that? New marker. Progenitor. Cradle. Crater. We are going to get some more resources and then come back here and build a habitat. Right term. Build us a habitat for the what's the right term? My brain's not working. People we're trying to rescue on the ship that we crashed at the very beginning of the series. Or, I mean, the very beginning of the story of Space Engineers 2. Not settlers. I hate when you know a term but you cannot think of the name of it for the life of you. The good news is we actually did find the progenitor's cradle. Bad news is it is a long, long way back to our back to the Super B. So I guess while we're drifting through space, I will do a recap of what has transpired so far for those of you who are joining in new, and for those of you who have missed me the last month. After the 2.2 update came out, we did a soft restart and spent a month or so, 8, 10, 12 streams, getting all of the quests in the game done. After we got all the quests done, we decided that we were going to do a tour of planets and planetary bodies and build habitats for all of the survivors on the ship that the brother is still trapped on. I cannot think of the name of the ship or the jump drive would be handy. SETA would even be handier. But if you know what SETA is, that tells me you play the same crazy games I play. SETA is from the X series. Singular Engine Time Amplifier, something like that. Singularity Engine Time Amplifier, I think. Basically, it lets you travel at 10 sets the entire game at default to 6, but you can take it up to 10 times speed for traveling the large sectors in the X series. But some of us has been around for a very long time. Yeah. I actually owned X3 X3, what's now called Reunion, on CD, not DVD, CD. But to be fair, having able to move at 3 times the speed of the original Space Engineers means that this type of distance is not near as painful to cover as it would be in the original. Covering this many kilometers in the original Space Engineers, 100 kilometers. Yeah, 100 meters per second. You're going to be here a while. So, get back to our Super B. We need to get the stuff together to be able to go out and build a habitat on Verder's moon. It has a name. What is the name of Verder's moon? Palatine. Is it? We'll get the stuff to go and put a habitat on Palatine, and we will seriously do our best to I could be using it for ship improvements, processing, and whatnot if this was the kind of ship that I would want to be doing that to. This is my, believe it or not, this shuttle I have had in almost the exact, actually in the, no, we've taken a couple things on the front and off, but in almost the exact format that you see it now since the 2.2 rebuild. We use this to get on and off of Verder, to do the quests, the Verder quests, and traveling between all the different stations and all the different quests. This is our Explorer craft. It's severely overthrusted, so it can get on and off of planets with great ease. When you see our mobile space station, you'll understand this is just the Explorer craft. It only has a pair. It has a pair of the what are they? How big are they? Hold on. (1.5 meter O2s. Yes, why would my jetpack not automatically do that? This ship actually relies more on hydrogen storage with two of, at the time, your large hydrogen tanks for its ability to get up and go, and then has enough hydrogen generators and the pair of them that it's able to turn ice to hydrogen fairly quickly. I think the Super B has if it has 2 or 4 of the large H2O2s on it. But it's an ion-powered craft. It's all of its hydrogen is just for powering the ships that were docked to it, like our shuttle. The orb room is also an ion ship. It's our ion miner. This ship has only large hydrogen engines, or primarily large hydrogen engines, and 6 to 7 in every direction. And we are going to crash into the surface of the planet. I wasn't paying attention. Ion has its place. In the case of the Super B, the situation was simply it's not designed to move. And that sounds ridiculous, but the Ion, it is literally designed to slide down into the station's shields long enough to jump to another station and slide back out of the shields. It's a very large vehicle. It's got docking on it. The 2 ships, my ore sweeper and the shuttle, can both dock, quote unquote, internal. It's got 2 external docking ports on it as well. But as for which engine type is my favorite, I definitely tend to switch and use whichever is best for my current application of the ship. In the case of the shuttle, it had to be hydrogen because I was going on and off the planets with it. In the case of the orb room, did it make sense to put hydrogen on it? Well, yes, it would give it more speed and maneuverability. I was just going for a very simple mining ship. And in the case of the Super B, it was never supposed to get more than a couple of meters outside of the safe zone at any point. So oh yeah, grab indicators right next to the spaceship's information on the bottom right. I am aware that the Super B's wings make it look more like a June bug or beetle than it does a bee, really, but we're back to B. And yes, I know airtight's not a thing, but it's good to be. Again, if you're just joining us, medbay of the Super B, a little bit of a decorated out crew quarters, including bath, locker room kind of thing. Captain's quarters, because hey, captain always gets the best, right? And the cockpit. And that's what makes the Super B cool. In my opinion, anyway. Anyway, I couldn't help but show off, since I don't think Boncelot has ever seen it. But yeah, the guts of the yeah, it's got 4 of the large O2 generators in here. We got 2 large hydrogen tanks, 4 small oxygen tanks, because yeah, every possible 2 smelters, assembler, refinery, 2 large storage, a large reactor, and a what's this one? The fabricator, along with, you know, what is that? 10 batteries, 2 of the supersized gyros. Makes it nice to fly, if very slow. Because even though it has, you know, it's 8 of the... Yeah, it has 8 of the second largest ions you can put on here in every direction. But it still doesn't like to go very quickly. But again, it's literally as far away from the safe zone there as I ever meant for it to get. Which is, you know, not far. Just far enough I can work on a ship without it throwing a fit. Oh yeah, and it has a grab gen. Right here as well. I did put a fair number of Gatling turrets on it to provide some protection just in case the passing cargo ships decide to get uppity. Anyway, so showing off my... I'm actually very, very proud of this ship. I really enjoyed how it came out. From the conception to the production, I was very proud of. Why can't I interact with stuff now? Interact with that one. Why is it... Oh, it's gonna be that kind of day. Alright, let's look at my cargo and see if I need to do any mining, or I bet I'm going to need some iron if nothing else. 196. Kilos. 200. I don't. It's 200,000 kilograms. 200,000 thousand. Metric is hard for us non-metric people. I know it makes no sense. I know it's all based on tens and it should be easy and logical, but it just ain't. Just ain't. How do we want to do this? It is not going to need a reactor, because we know that crater does see sunshine, if not 24 hours, obviously. So we will be able to put up a good-sized solar array to provide most of the power it needs. I mean, solar array is what provides most of the power to this ship, to be honest. It only really needs the reactor when I'm power charging batteries and stuff. I just couldn't help but go all out when I was building it. Let's see. We only have about 15 minutes left today, so we want to build a custom, well, like a rapid welder prototype kind of ship. Or do we want to just fill the Explorer as full as we can and take it back? Since the lunar base will be a habitat, actually there's a little square right there. It's not welded. Sorry, I saw that. Oh, we are having issues.
Inventory full.
Of course, that actually won't work. Can't put that much iron in your inventory anymore. I'm getting rid of something. I don't know why it won't let me access that block directly right now. It's the only reason it won't let me do that. Access this block directly for whatever it is. Being honored. I think what we will do. We're about done for the day, so I think what we'll do is load the shuttle full of our raw materials. Oop, that was a bad angle to have that at. Such as iron. Well, full of stuff that shouldn't be. Oh no, it's just full of ice. Have to take some extra of that. Super B. Some of these resources actually aren't available in this sector at all. Make sure we take gold, platinum, titanium. I'm taking way too much of those though. Let's be honest. You too, Bounce a lot. I'll be back again on Thursday, same 10 to noon, and we will be working on actually building our lunar base. So there'll be plenty more Space Engineers chaos come then. So gold, platinum, titanium. I really only have 200 pieces of chrome. Let's take all of it. Cobalt. Copper. Nickel. Some magnesium so we can make some bullets. Should take some silver. Take a little bit of uranium. Some uranium will be plenty. Iron, on the other hand, let's be honest, not have enough iron no matter how much iron. Silicon's another thing that we're going to need plenty of. At this point. 12,000 seconds. Enough. Don't want to bankrupt this ship either. Glass we just take with this instead of the silicon. Yeah. That gets us everything we need to get started on our lunar base. Which is what we will do next time. Wish I had taken a screenshot of the progenitor's cradle. But I guess that shot will have to do for right now. Like I said a few minutes ago, I will be back on Thursday, right here on Twitch from 10 to noon. If you'd like to jump over and join me on YouTube in a few minutes, I'll be there from roughly 12:30 to roughly 3:30, streaming on Space Engineers 1, working on our, what's the name of that series? Prototech Hunter series. So if you'd like to join me jump over to YouTube and watch me play some there, I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, until next time, I'm the Blind Gaming Guy. I stream every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 to noon here on Twitch. Thank you for joining me. And until next time, I hope your days go great.